Far beyond the warmth of our sun's reach, deep within the silent and frigid stretches of interstellar space, something remarkable has occurred. Voyager 2, the aging, tenacious spacecraft NASA launched back in 1977, has changed course. Not randomly, not by mistake, but deliberately. And in doing so, it discovered something no one truly expected, though many had quietly dreaded. A signal, pattern, a tremor in the void. Call it whatever you wish. But what Voyager 2 encountered is not just a surprise. It is profoundly unsettling. Before we begin, hit that like button and subscribe for more eerie discoveries from the unknown. For over 40 years, Voyager 2 has been humanity's silent emissary to the abyss. A relic of the past, it carries the iconic golden record, Earth's music, messages, and hopes encoded into a disk, a whisper from our world to whatever might be listening. For decades, it has fed us faint transmissions from the edge of the solar system, faint echoes from a place where light and warmth no longer reach. But now the silence has shifted. The change began subtly. Voyager 2 turned. Not much, just a small rotation of its antenna. But this realignment wasn't directed by NASA. It wasn't initiated from Earth. The spacecraft acted entirely on its own, guided by its ancient programming and an unexplained input. Something triggered it. A sensory disturbance detected by its plasma wave detector and magnetometer. Initially, this seemed like just another anomaly of deep space, perhaps a magnetic blip, a collision with dust, or interference from cosmic rays. But then a pattern took shape. Over the course of 19 minutes, Voyager 2 registered a rhythmic fluctuation, a low-frequency pulse that repeated with eerie precision. This wasn't background noise. It wasn't cosmic static. It was structured, deliberate, mathematical. The waveform didn't appear organic, yet it wasn't entirely mechanical either. It defied classification. And then, quietly, the spacecraft shifted. A slight 2.7 degrees adjustment, barely noticeable, but just enough to point its high-gain antenna toward the signal source. That origin? Somewhere in the direction of the constellation Pavo, a region devoid of nearby stars or known objects. Nothing of note should be there. Until now, it was just empty space. But Voyager 2's redirection implies something more, that this wasn't just a detection but a response. The spacecraft wasn't just observing, it was compelled. Following that pivot, the anomalies escalated. Its instruments lit up. The magnetometer detected a surge, a pronounced swell in the magnetic field, exceeding anything seen in local interstellar conditions. But this wasn't random chaos. The swell pulsed every 7.32 seconds, paused, and resumed in reverse. A mirrored rhythm. It hinted at intent, control. And that wasn't all. The plasma wave instrument resonated, not with noise, but a harmonic tone. It rose through frequencies in a logarithmic climb, then fell in a near-perfect Fibonacci pattern. For 43 minutes, this sequence held. Then silence. No follow-up, no repetition, just a profound, echoing stillness. The kind that feels less like absence and more like waiting. But Voyager 2 wasn't done. Its cosmic ray detector caught another anomaly, a spike in high-energy particles. Not from our sun, not from known galactic sources, but from a narrow vector. A defined path of energy like a tunnel carved through space. Only Voyager 2, because of its unique position and sensitivity, could see it. And within this path, space behaved abnormally. This wasn't a glitch. This wasn't interstellar turbulence. This was something else. Something orchestrated. A corridor of energy. And that corridor raises profound questions. Is this the product of an unknown natural force? Or is it something artificial? A mechanism? A beacon? Piece by piece, the evidence mounted. The realignment. The rhythmic pulses. The harmonic frequencies. The directed particle stream. Together, they formed a puzzle far too deliberate to dismiss. Then came the gravimetric disturbance. Telemetry showed Voyager 2 wobbling, tiny, microshifts in the gravitational forces acting upon it. No nearby planet, no comet, no known mass could explain it, and it wasn't a distant gravitational wave. These fluctuations were close, local, precise, and fleeting, as though something massive had passed near, just close enough to tug gently at space itself. A whisper through space-time. Something was here, but whatever it was, it did not shine, did not radiate, did not emit in any recognizable way. It was silent. It did not reveal itself with light or heat or energy, only with distortion. Subtle, deliberate distortion. And there's more. Voyager's data shows signs of temporal warping. Within the recorded signal, time itself seemed to bend. Segments of the signal stretched unnaturally, then compressed. This wasn't a glitch in the system or damage to the signal. The atomic clock aboard Voyager verified perfect accuracy. What changed was time. The implications? Terrifying. What could warp time so precisely? A gravitational anomaly? A field generator? Or perhaps a threshold? A boundary separating our space from something beyond comprehension? And all the while, Voyager 2 pushes forward. Its instruments, though old, are now behaving oddly. Minor instability. Not failure, not yet. But oddities. Does gyros recalibrate more often? Some systems cycle power spontaneously. There are unexpected fluctuations in energy draw. Voyager 2 is not dying, but it is restless. It is unsettled. Mission Control has ruled out error. No software changes. No Earth-based commands. The spacecraft made the decision on its own, based on what it perceived. That shouldn't be possible. Its autonomy is limited. It was never meant to choose its own direction based on unknown signals. Something in its deeply buried, decades-old code was activated. Something we do not understand. And that leads to the terrifying possibility. Perhaps deep space is not silent. Perhaps, far beyond our reach, something is aware of us. Not hostile, but not idle either. Something observant. Something waiting. And Voyager's turn, its sudden act of self-direction, may not be the first contact. But it might be the first response. We've always believed we were sending out signals into a silent void. But what if the void had already been listening? What if, when we crossed the heliopause, when we left the warmth of our solar system and entered true deep space, we crossed a line? An invisible perimeter. A watch zone. A border. Voyager 2, by pivoting, didn't just receive a message. It replied to one. It acknowledged something. It became part of something far larger. A dialogue written in the language of radiation and gravity and time. And now, the dish no longer points toward Earth. It is aimed deeper, toward something ancient or something entirely new. Since that moment, no new messages have arrived. The anomaly hasn't repeated. But the impact, the questions, they remain. What Voyager 2 recorded in those few minutes will be studied for decades. And whether natural or artificial, passive or dangerous, it has awakened something in us. A primal question. What waits at the edge of the unknown? We may be closer to that answer than ever before. If you found this video fascinating, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Share your thoughts about Voyager 2's strange turn in the comments. We want to know what you think might be out there. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.